Hi, fight fans. Welcome again to another episode with the African Fighters. On today's episode, we're going to be previewing one of the highly anticipated matchups. Very interesting fight coming up, UFC 286. Usman, the Nigerian Nightmare, taking on Leon Rocky Edwards. What a fight, what a matchup. Kamaru Usman lost his title to Leon Edwards after dominating about 4.5 rounds. He got caught by a kick to the head very late in round 5, and his undefeated streak has come to an end. So, what can we expect from this fight? Well, before we jump into it, let's look at the records of both fighters. Kamaru Usman is 35 years of age, he's 20-2. Before his loss in August to Leon Edwards, he was 20-1, and that last defeat came in 2013. This is somebody who has a body of work of complete excellence. Hasn't lost since 2013. That's a very long time. That's a very long undefeated streak. His name has been put in the same category as the likes of Anderson Silva. He's been talked about as one of the greats, if not the greatest of all time, before that defeat. Alright, I will move on to Jamaican-born British fighter Leon Edwards, who is 31 years, 4 years younger, currently on a 10-fight win streak, and his last loss came at the hands of Kamaru Usman. Now, if you look at both fighters, let's start with Leon Edwards. His route to the championship is quite unconventional because if you look at the names on the list, the names of the people he has fought to get to the championship, one would argue that he's taking a quite lucky path. Probably the biggest name on his list is Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz was nearing the end of his career when Leon Edwards fought him. So moving forward, there's no Chimaev on that list, there's no Masvidal on that list, there's no Kobe Covington on that list. These are welterweights that will test you, will push you to the wall. However, you can only fight who is being put in front of you, and he got his chance against Kamaru Usman. And even though he was dominated for most of the fight, he found a way to get the job done. There's been a lot of talk on the side of Usman. He had an interview with Joe Rogan where they talked about the knockout. He said Leon Edwards gave him like a 20-minute sleepwalking therapy. Aside that though, it's unfortunate to say, but this might just be Kamaru Usman's last fight in the UFC. Looking at how much damage his body has taken over time, and this is somebody who has 2 bad knees. He can't run. He tries not to walk on concrete floors because they are too hard, so he walks on grass. In a recent interview where Will Harris, who is one of his close friends, had with Joe Rogan, he has to walk backwards on the staircase because of his knees. So for someone who is that beat up, the hand injury, Will Harris talked about the hand injury, talked about the fact that the doctors had to come and see and look at the hand before the fight, and they told him that if he should mess it up again, he might be done. That might be the end of his career. So there's so many injuries that he's going to have to pull through. A lot of fighters are saying if he wins the fight, he might just retire after that fight because his body can only take so much damage. In the same interview with Joe Rogan, he explained how he manages to prepare for the fight. He talks about getting into the zone where he doesn't allow anything bother him. He doesn't allow anything that's happening outside of his head bother him. And he talks about him making a mistake in the last round. He was trying to set up Leon Edwards for the finish, and he did not do a good job about that. So he was very open in the interview. He also talked about the defeat being a stress relief for him. He felt the pressure was beginning to mount. He felt free. He felt relief. Right now, going into the fight, Leon Edwards, who is majorly a striker, comes into the fight against somebody whose skill set is so supreme. We've seen him go up against the best strikers in the welterweights, the likes of Covington, the likes of Masvidal. They've not been able to take him out. He fought Masvidal twice, and Masvidal wasn't able to take him out. So even though Leon Edwards is a striker, Kamaru Usman might just be a better striker than Leon Edwards, as well as a better wrestler. So the skill set Usman possesses might just be too overwhelming for Leon Edwards. That being said, confidence is a very big thing in combat sports, and knowing that he has that one-shot knockout power that can put Usman to sleep, he'll be coming into this fight with a lot more confidence that he can do it again. He also has the home advantage. The fight is going to be in London, so he's going to have the fans behind him. The fans in London are so loud, they get behind their fighters. This will definitely be a very interesting matchup. UFC 286. Everyone is anticipating Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. It will be an amazing fight. Alright, let us know what you think in the comment section below, who you think is going to win the fight, predictions, what do you see happening. Let us know in the comment section. That's it on this episode. See you on the next episode.